Yeah, I was filming a video, and I'd actually gone and filmed something which was probably a bit sketchier than that one actually, and done it. And I thought, right, that'll be last, a piece of the puzzle. I'll just put it up. That'll do. That'll be for like not for want of a better word, like an ender sort of thing,
Yeah.
Something decent enough, pretty sketchy. And went back and reviewed the footage. Then went out film it next day. Obviously, just deleted alt card. Went and did something else, some other little bit of bobs. Pardon me. And then I was like looking for the footage on my computer, thinking, where the hell's that last? And then I just realised that I'd reviewed it like on the camera and not put it on my laptop. So it was I'm just like, oh bollocks, I need to go and get something. And one of my friends I don't know whether we'd been there together or we just seen this one day and we just thought, you know what, that's serious, is that gap? Like, but I think it's doable. But it was a bit awkward. So I went to film it one day on my own and put my tripod where it actually was when I actually filmed the crash.
Yeah.
Put it there, went round to look at it. So I looked out, thinking, bloody hell, it's a little bit windy. Looked across at my camera, it was that windy. And my camera and my tripod was like up on two legs, just about to fall off. I'm just like, maybe I'll leave this today, like thinking it's probably not the best place to be when it's super windy. So it's probably a good idea I did that, because if I'd have gone off there, nobody had been there. It'd have been a bad day. Yeah. It wasn't remote, but it's definitely nobody walks past there. So then I went back like a couple of days later, started doing it. And first couple of goals I was making it across, which you needed to make it across because it was pretty serious. And then I landed and sort of fell backwards, and then my legs were dangling over the cliff, and I looked up to my mate and just said, yeah, you see that? I nearly went off that cliff. Thinking back now, that's a pretty stupid thing to say. I can carry on doing something. And I was like trying to pedal gap it, and I just wasn't getting the speed. Uh-huh. So the one that I crashed on, I just pedaled that freewheel just to bunny up it.
Yeah.
And just like the grass was like a bit softer than I thought, and just didn't get the pop. And then I just went fuck off, like straight down like a cliff, and landed pretty well actually, to be fair. It could have been a lot worse, because I started falling off backwards and somehow managed to like grapple myself around. So I was going off. I knew I was going, so it was just like, well, I'm either going to go off backwards or forwards.
Yeah.
So I thought, better chance I can. Not that you've got much say in it, but I just thought, you know what, if I can get round, turn round while I'm scratching through grass. Yeah, and then landed and shattered my femur. It was massive. Yeah, so I got a rod in there, and then did my wrist as well. So, but it was a big one.
Yeah, a lot of recovery, right?
Yeah, it was. And then a lot of people don't know. Like a year later, pretty much to the day, I broke it again.
Was this in Austria?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I was like following. Hannah Barnes was behind me.
Okay.
And I think she had some biscuits, something, and I was like, I'd been going, like, it was one of my first days back. We'd been to Leogang, I think, to watch downhill, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
Can't remember. We went to watch the World Cup, and then we ended up going to do some riding like the next day. It was the first sort of time I'd really got back up to speed. Going pretty hard all day, and I thought, do you know what? I've had a good day today. I'm just going to chill at the back, just roll down.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I can't remember. I was looking around, like seeing somebody hanging some biscuits out. I just caught a pedal, went over handlebars. My leg got caught up. Just like had a bit of a weird one.
Yeah.
And soon as I'd done it, I knew exactly what had happened. It was just like the pain was, just next level.
And it's worse when you've got the rod in. And
it was
break it right because it spirals.
Yeah, it was a spiral fracture off the old fracture site. Which in a way, I was actually booked in to have an operation to take the rod out when I got back.
Okay.
And what they hadn't noticed on the X-rays, it was like almost like got like a crack down the back of it. So on the face of it, it looked like it was healed.
Yeah.
But it hadn't actually properly healed completely. So if they'd taken the rod out, my leg would have just broken anyway. Probably when they were taking it out.
Yeah.
So then I drove back from Austria. That was pretty painful. 24 hours with a broken leg.
Is a long drive. You had some good pain relief.
I was like eating them like Smarties. Just fucking. Because they're all just like, oh, you can't have broken your leg. I'm just like, I have broken my leg again. Like,
but it's supported, right, by the metal, I guess.
Yeah, so it wasn't like
stable.
It wasn't like falling, flapping around or anything like that.
Yeah.
It was just like, the pain was like next level. Where you could get on motorway and you'd be going all right, and then all of a sudden, like, you come up to some traffic through Germany. I think it was like through the Black Forest, real bad traffic through there. And just remember, like, I haven't like pushed the clutch down, and it's just like every time I push the clutch down, it's fucking brutal. Oh. And then I got back to UK. I was like looking at my fuel, thinking, "Fuck, I'm gonna have to stop at some point here. This is like pretty serious."
Yeah.
So like, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning or something. So yeah, pulled into a fuel station and got out and had to like hobble to pay for my fuel. It was like, yeah, didn't have any like crutches or anything like that. Just like hobbling around. Yeah, it was pretty. Yeah, put hairs on my chest did that day. Got back home, had a cup of sweet tea, and then down to hospital to get an X-ray. And just looked at it and just like, oh yeah, that crack wasn't there before. And they're just like, all right, okay, back home.